We have a question, Josh.
Oh my God, we do have a question. I can't believe I almost forgot the question.
We can't not answer the question.
Oh my God, guys, I'm really out of it.
It's fine. It's all right,
So
Josh.
this question comes in from Andre, of course. He asked in his video this week, what would your top 3 quality of life changes be if you could make any 3 in Destiny? So I'm going to give you Andre's answers first, and I'm going to give you some time to think about these, Corey, because I think I have mine set out. Andre's he wanted a social space for Guardians, just for your fire team, like a Guardian apartment. We talked about Guardian apartments.
Yeah.
Totally on board with the idea. Number 2, give me a double finisher to do with my teammates. Feels like a no-brainer if you want to make that Eververse money in a way that's not as gross as buying 10 levels on the Battle Pass. And then give us some more vehicle options.
Oh yeah, vehicles for sure.
Like being able to ride like a space ATV or something.
Yeah.
What was his proposition? I definitely agree with 2 of these. So I'll go ahead. I'll give you some time to think, Corey. I'll give you a little bit of time to think on this. Social space is absolutely my number one.
Yeah.
I've said for a while, Guardian apartment. Let me show off my guns that are maybe vaulted. Let me put my mountaintop and my recluse up on the wall. And when people inspect them, they can see the kill trackers on them, how many lifetime kills I got with those in modes. Let me hang up some mementos, kind of like you have in the ice hut on Europa. Let me keep Tannix's head instead of being in Elsie's little igloo. Let me put Tannix's head up above my bed.
Yeah.
That way I can always keep 2 eyes on him and make sure that he's actually dead. Let me earn, instead of just earning like, oh, you got a Gambit memento and you can slap on a gun. Give me like a little mini, give me like a moat to put up on my shelf, or like a mini bank, or a little like snow globe with a primeval like dancing in it or something. Give me some of that stuff. Like let me see my ship parked out there. Have a garage with like my top 3 sparrows. Let me do something like that. Number 2, I'm going to agree with the double finisher. I would like to see the double finisher, just because I can't tell you how many times I've accidentally hit a finisher at the same time as a teammate, and it looks like we're doing a double finisher, and it's just not. I would really like that. But I think instead of a double finisher, I'd like to see team up supers. I would love for, Johnny and I love comic books. We love Marvel Comics. We love the X-Men. I would love for him to be able to pick me up and just fling me. Let him do Colossus's fastball special. Let him throw me. Let a warlock get like when I pull out my bow, let the warlock go like real small. Let me shoot the bow and arrow like it's Scott Lang riding in on Clint's arrow. Let me do something like that. Give me some double supers. Give me double supers before you give me double finishers. I feel like both of these are like no-brainers. Maybe they don't work in the current game, but these got to be no-brainers for down the line for Destiny. I think number 3, it would be make all sparrows, I don't know, like the same speed, or give them like unique stats, because right now it's just, and I get like, oh, it's just kind of all about like what looks the best. Like, give me more customization for sparrows. Give me sparrow horns back. Let me customize the trail behind my sparrow. I don't know, like let me add like a sidecar if I want to. Let me customize them. Let me do sparrow and ghost and ship 3.0. I think those are probably the most essential things right now to me in terms of like changes I'd like to see made, like I guess for quality of life. I don't know if there's any others. Like, I mean, we've complained so much about Gambit rep in the past, and I think one of them absolutely would have been, let me keep my streak when I go to like Zur, or when I go run a couple lost sectors to get a specific exotic. Like, let me keep those. I would say XP gains from pinnacle sources need to be increased as well. That would actually probably be over like double supers or double finishers. I would probably put that in there, because it's pretty unacceptable that finishing a raid gets me like less XP than doing 3 or 4 bounties. That's pretty unacceptable to me. I feel like doing a raid, regardless of when you do it, should get you a couple of levels. That's a pinnacle activity as far as I'm concerned, and doing anything like that is like the top of the top of the top should be fixed. Like I think like rep gains across the board really need to be looked at. I don't like the trial system at all. I think it's really punishing to those who aren't like really good. And it's funny because those are the people who like are probably just playing this to get the weapons. They're playing this to get a handful of Ingrams, get the weapons, things like that. It is really just discouraging though. If you're not playing during double trials XP, there's almost no point to playing if you're not a hardcore PvP fan. And usually by the time double XP rolls around, all the casuals are done because we've all either gotten burned out or we managed to get like our 6 or 7 Ingrams and bail out for the season. That's a pretty frustrating place to be at, I think, as a player. And as someone who like really, really, really wants to enjoy this mode, I've complained about trials pretty extensively though. I don't want to dwell on trials or on Gambit anymore. Crucible obviously is getting revamped here pretty soon with however survival is going to work out. Iron Banner's getting some much needed changes. Like a lot of the changes that we would talk about have probably already been addressed. So I don't mind focusing on like the funner ones, but there are like when it comes to XP and reputation gains, like there are still things that really need to be looked at in the game, and that would be a massive improvement for quality of life as far as I'm concerned. Corey, what would your 3 quality of life changes be?
All right, yeah. Sorry, my daughter was screaming for me.
You're good.
She pooped. She wanted to let me know that she pooped.
Wonderful.
So now the entire internet knows.
Yes.
Let's see, 3 quality of life changes. So this is kind of a joke one, but kind of not. I kind of want to be able to redesign my Guardian on the fly, like
a Guardian barbershop.
Yeah, let's get that in there.
Let's give Hawthorne something valuable to do.
Yeah, I mean she's just chilling there with her bird, right? I mean,
the bird is the barber.
Oh God. So like I kind of want that just because like my Guardian is ugly. I'm gonna be honest. The helmet stays on for reasons other than because the helmet looks cool. Because as a Titan, there's only like 3 helmets that look cool. So, I would like to see more. I don't know, like more. I know we have like the transmog stuff going on. I would like to see more universal ornaments and quests.
Yeah.
I think I don't know if you mentioned that at all or not, but like I just feel like I feel like there's more you could do in terms of like ornaments and glows and remember when like
I'd like to see more of that earnable in game rather than be in the Eververse.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I would like
you
to see.
You got to walk a fine line. I think. Like I totally understand. Hey, you need to make money.
Mm-hmm.
You got to make money to keep the servers running. And listen, a million of us buying a $60 expansion doesn't go as far as you might think. Sony money isn't going to fund you forever. Like you have to make other income, and that's where the microtransactions come in. They make infinitely more there than they do off the game.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't mind things like the goofy Gundam style armor being made available.
Yeah.
But why not use the extra resources to make the other set available in game?
Yeah. That's
earnable, or vice versa.
Yeah. I would like to see that.
Yeah. Totally agree.
Other things, I mean, we've talked about Gambit so much that it's just like, man.
I kind of tried to shy away from that, but it's really hard to not realize that like a massive reputation overall has to happen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. So like, but I mean, again, I would also like something where like, the showing off what you've done in the game, right? Yeah. Like, yeah, okay, it's cool. You can maybe hang up your guns like you can in Breath of the Wild when you build that house. You can hang up weapons and shields and stuff, like something like that. But also like, oh well, I completed Valve Disciple on Master whenever that happens, right? And like, oh, here's Rolk's glaive that he murdered us with, or his shoes, his giant, sassy boots that he steps on everybody with, right? Like, have those there and be like, hey, here's what I've done, but here's a cool way to display it instead of just like, oh, here's another emblem that I can wear, So
I'm a little tired of just getting emblems for things.
Yeah.
Let me get more. I hesitate to say, oh, just give us more cosmetics, give us more ghosts and ships and sparrows. I have enough of those. Like,
yeah,
it's like what I've talked about with Joe. I already have my set stuff that I like to use to take something really exceptional to unseat those or my emblems or anything like that.
Right.
Let me earn shaders through the game instead of through Eververse.
Right.
Make those unlockables in game. I should not have to pay for shaders.
No.
I should not have to give up 300 bright dust. I don't know why you increased it from 40 to 300. That is asinine, first off. That's highway robbery. But I don't know why we can't earn that in-game. Like, I'm fine with there being armor. I'm fine with there being, an armor set. I'm fine with there being exotic ornaments and exotic armor ornaments in there and ships and things like that. Emotes, cool. Let's get some emotes earnable in-game. Let's get some emotes available in game. Some fun ones, like maybe when you finish a seal, you get a special exotic emote for that.
Right, or like the remember when they re-released Vault and you could buy that package with the chair, right? The Vault chair.
Yep, I have never taken that emote off.
Yeah, I mean, why would you sell that? Why can't you have a different version in the raid?
I honestly can't believe that was not attached to Master Bog.
Yeah, why can't you put that in the raid to be earnable and say, hey, look, this is what I got for completing the raid, and then everybody sits in their chair when they complete the raid and take your group photo and share it. That's cool. But
yeah, instead they saw us as easy marks and they got I don't know. I think it was a $15 pack or something.
Yeah.
They got $75 out of my day one team. So on one hand, I kind of see why they're not letting me just unlock it in game.
Yeah.
But they did this with Menagerie a few years ago. You got the X marks the spot emote. And that was the only way you could ever get it was by getting to the highest level of Menagerie. And I think you had to get to level 70 or something with Callus. I don't remember what you had to do.
Yeah.
You had to do something absurd. Johnny is the only person I've ever met who has that emote and did not glitch to get it.
Yeah.
I could not be bothered to get enough tributes to be able to do it.
Yeah.
But I think that's a cool bragging right. I would like more things like that. I don't know, that would maybe get me into game. Maybe make the ornaments for the seasonal weapon quests, but for your second reset, you can earn a legendary emote or something. There's some special emote or a finisher related to the activity that you're doing. How cool would it be if you had a finisher for Gambit, for example? You sit there and you're juggling motes and then bam, bam, bam. You throw them snowballs really rapid, like Elf.
Or
when Buddy the Elf throws the snowball super fast, do that, but with motes.
Or the season of the Risen, you go through and do all that crap and you get the spear as a finisher, right?
Oh, that'd be awesome. I mean, we've seen stuff like this before, so don't tell me it's not possible. I would absolutely love to see that, or finishers, emotes. Let me unlock some of this stuff in game. And I'm not saying you always have to do that. Just change it up a little bit occasionally. One season you do that, another season you earn a special, because we've seen it done before. Give me a special universal ornament. You did it for the anniversary pack, do it again. Let us unlock I don't know, hypothetically in the future, let us unlock Shax's helmet or something.
Yeah, I mean that'd be super cool. Even if it's an ornament for or
Zavala's shoulder pads or something.
I mean, I think honestly, not to get too far ahead of ourselves, but when those characters are gone, if they die somehow, give us those ornaments for give us something cool.
Yeah. I completely agree. I think that these are no-brainer moves.
When these characters that you love, let us dress up as them, right? We just talked about cosplay, the Cosmodrome cosplay for a while. Let us dress up as these characters.
I mean, so I really, for example, and I got just kind of as a final addendum. There's an emote in the season pass this season that is Savathun.
Yeah.
It's the Savathun emote. Why is that not and I'm not criticizing, because I think it's cool that it's in the season pass. You always give us an emote in the season pass. It's always an exotic one. I would have loved if that was a reward for finishing the campaign on Legendary.
Yeah.
That would have been awesome.
Yeah.
Give me a Savathun finisher or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
You sprout wings and you fly in and kill or something, regardless of who you are. It's a universal finisher.
Yeah.
an exotic universal finisher would be cool. There's so many things you can do. I mean, there's so many unique things that you can do. Like, let me unlock a special exotic class item or something from doing certain things. You know, we had those for the factions in Destiny 1. Let me earn those for certain feats that I've done. Like, oh, you beat a raid on Master? Here's a special glow that appears whenever you wear your class item.
Yeah. Yeah.
I do like the things that they've been doing with Guardian games, where if you are the top scoring person for the Nightfall for that week, on the competitive Nightfall over the weekend, and you are the top scoring person in your tower instance, you are glowing gold. There's a big gold beam coming out from underneath you.
Oh,
and
really?
The second someone else loads in with a better score than you, it transfers to them automatically. I think that's really cool. They used to give us, you know, the flames for doing the Nightfall. I'd really like to see that. Like, oh, you completed the Grandmaster this week? Here you go. Yeah. Here's like a glowing Sabathun crown or something.
Right.
That you wear in the tower. Like, to show that, like, oh, you know, that guy fucks.
Yeah. Or doesn't, because he spends so much time. No, I'm just kidding.
That's true. That's absolutely true. But anyway, the long and the short of it, yeah, give us a lot more cosmetic unlocks in game, not bright dust.
Yeah.
I don't mind the bright dust, but give me some stuff in game.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, that's kind of it, I think.
Yeah, I would agree.
I mean, I think they've done a lot of great quality of life things over the years, especially like being able to choose where you want to go from anywhere in the game. Remember in Destiny 1 when you had to go to the orbit to go wherever you wanted to go? That was awful.
I mean, like, so many of the obvious quality of life things I think have already been addressed. Now we're talking like more vanity than anything, I think. Vanity requests than quality of life. But yeah, I mean, a more cosmetic unlockables, and you're shifting in the right direction with these events. I want to be abundantly clear. You're definitely getting there, but man,
I think one other thing on certain planets, like I would like to see more fast travel points. Just because, like, I mean that's kind of just being lazy at this point, though.
And I hesitate to say that about some of the older planets because I feel like they may not be around any longer. Like, I think the EDZ has more than enough fast travel points. Nessus has plenty. Like Europa, remember how we had to cry and scream to get the one up in Eventide Ruins? Yeah. I still think you should have put one up in Reese Reborn with how many times we had to go there. The moon, I mean, the moon has 2. I guess you could probably put one in Hellmouth.
Yeah.
And keep the one in Sorrow's Harbor, and obviously at Sanctuary. Throne World absolutely needs another one.
Yeah.
It needs another one. I would say probably in like the back of the Fluorescent Canal. You probably need one back there. Maybe even like back in Queens Bailey.
Yeah.
There's a lot of like, and it's these little things, right?
Yeah.
Especially in an area that a lot of the Throne World is not very Sparrow friendly.
Right.
Like the outer portions are, but when there's so many different pathways and secret passages and things like that, like I do think it makes it really hard to determine where you need to go when so much of it is underground, or like it's like a 10-minute hike without a Sparrow.
Right.
Good luck remembering where you're going without a guide.
Right.
I've had to consult guides and maps, and that's kind of silly. I feel like I played this game enough to know where I'm going, and I definitely have no idea where I'm going in the Throne World still.
Yeah.
It's the first zone that's ever truly baffled me in Destiny. Titan was a close second. Titan was pretty bad at times.
Yeah. It's gone now, so.
Yeah, it's gone. Like, fuck Titan. Who cares about Titan? The Dreaming City could definitely stand another one.
Yeah.
Up in, like, Ray Silver or something. Up there, like, where you start the Corrupted Strike.
Yeah.
You could definitely stand to get one up there. I don't know. There's.
Yeah.
And those are things that I feel should be obvious, but I don't know if it's server limits or like distribution limits of like people and of players, and like, you know, you've got 3 distinct zones. Maybe that's like too little to qualify for a second one. But if that's the case, then maybe we need to expand to like 4 major zones just so we can get another fast travel zone.
Right.
In the future. I don't know.
Yeah.
Corey, if that's it.
That's it.
Get us out of here.
That's all I got.
Get us out of here. Let's go. Get us out of here.
I want to thank everybody for watching and or listening to Tower Casuals. You can follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Tower Casuals. You can email the show at towercasuals@gmail.com. Get us your questions. We love them. We want them. We want to answer them. A lot of you Guardians have been sticking around, you newer Guardians. We really appreciate you guys listening. If you're listening on iTunes or Spotify, please leave us a 5-star rating and review. It really helps out the show. Subscribe to our YouTube channel if you want to watch us in video. Check out Lore Corner by itself. Josh, thank you for your time tonight. Where can we find you?
Twitter, @Josh_Finn, 2 N's. Always. Tune in to see me probably crying live about the Mavs sucking it up.
Oh, come on. They're not doing that bad.
I'm pretty upset.
Sorry, Josh.
Yeah.
At least you have viable sports teams.
That's true.
You can find me at IamCoreyNHD on Twitter and Instagram. You can find me at a plethora of other things here on the internet. But that's it. Time to go. I want to thank everybody for watching and or listening. And until next time, we love you. Goodbye.